There's nothing quite like winning a hard-fought race. You burn out, you fist pump, you jump around with your homies. But sometimes those celebrations don't quite work out. Either they wreck your car, or they're dangerous, or they involve sea creatures looking to do pull-ups on your nostrils. Here's a collection of celebrations that did not go as planned.
I messed up the car, guys. Sorry about that.
Carl Edwards wins the Sprint All-Star race, raking in a cool $1.2 million. And he can use some of that money to repair his car because he absolutely chunked it, just exploding like a trick golf ball at the driving range. But that's no knock on the legendary Carl Edwards. That's just life. Sometimes you get a great idea in your head, and it all makes sense, and then seconds later, kaboom! Maybe I shouldn't have given my girlfriend a hedge trimmer for her birthday. Carl doesn't seem too phased and gives a "don't you hate when that happens?" Kind of like when the sprinklers go on when you're mowing the lawn. He's not letting that little bump in the road stop him from breaking out his gold medal backflip. Then he takes his celebration to the fans because Carl is a man of the people. So in the end, his car may have gotten wrecked, but that doesn't mean he can't enjoy the victory. Kyle Busch wins at Chicagoland, holding off Brad Keselowski, giving him his 34th Truck Series victory. He pops out of his car and begins his burnout, and this is what we call the "oh dear lord." A near total disaster for Busch as he almost flies out the car window like a loose napkin on the highway. After grabbing the flag, he goes into a gingerly walk. You see it in over 40 men's basketball league at the YMCA. Not quite enough to call for a stretcher, but tomorrow morning you'll be wishing you had a Life Alert bracelet just to get to the can. And on top of that, his car is out of gas, so it needs to be pushed to victory lane. And the crew looks like Secret Service agents running alongside a motorcade. And you know what? This celebration actually rules. Even though it didn't go as planned, I thoroughly enjoy it. Denny Hamlin wins at Loudon, and this is a sick burnout, giving the people of New Hampshire a show no matter where they're sitting in the stands. And what do you get when you win in New England? Only the freshest lobster from the Atlantic Ocean. Goodness gracious, look at those claws. That thing could bench press a dolphin, which explains why Denny is looking, well, less than confident. His arms have gone fully cooked spaghetti, and this is how you get when someone tries to hand you a baby who just blew one up their backside. Like, hey, anybody got any gloves? And he's doing the head turn like when your aunt with lipstick all over her teeth is going in for the smooch at Thanksgiving. Like, yes, Deborah, it's nice to see you as well, but maybe next year we can do fist bumps. Dale Jr. absolutely dominates in the Busch Series Winn-Dixie 250 at Daytona. The race was never really in doubt as Jr. led for 88 out of 103 laps. And when you're leading for that long, your mind is probably wandering. Maybe thinking about what you'll have for dinner later, or how awesome the opening to the TV show Baywatch was. It also probably gave him lots of time to plan his celebration, which was to bust out a badass burnout while the 4th of July fireworks popped off in the sky. A slight problem was that his transmission also exploded, leaving the car stuck at the finish line.
Had a great car. It's actually stuck in gear. We'd be pushing it to the victory lane.
But he's not too bothered by his car tapping out because, hell, when you breeze to victory, why not soak it up and enjoy the moment? John Hunter Nemechek wins his first race at Martinsville, and his team is amped the hell up. And they should be. They deserve it. They're cheering on their guy as he does one pretty sweet burnout when all of a sudden the car lights on fire. And this isn't a little Valentine's Day date night dinner flame. This is stop, drop, and roll territory. I'd dive out the window right here and yell, "Hit me with the H2O, boys!" But Nemechek puts his car in reverse and starts driving. Now, this is a celebration where the line is very thin between incredibly badass and, welp, time to hold hands and sing Amazing Grace. The announcers are spot on when he says this looks like the scene from Back to the Future, and just like he heard Doc Brown yelling, "We gotta go back, Marty!" John Hunter Nemechek throws it in reverse, and the crew puts out the flames, and he's like, yep, just another day at the office. Noah Gragson wins at Pocono after going neck and neck with Ty Gibbs. Great finish, which is why his crew is jumping around just like House of Pain told us to. They throw on the stars and stripes, and Gragson lets it rip before jumping on top of the car, and so far, so good. This is where things get a little dicey, though. The team goes full Tony Stewart with the fence climb, but you can see Gregson's body language isn't quite right. He's kind of wobbly and moving in what I would call the Mortal Kombat finish him territory. He takes his helmet off, and I've seen this face many times before. Usually after someone goes undefeated on the beer pong table for 3 straight hours. It's a teeth clench, it's a knee buckle, it's a please don't let this happen in front of a babe. But sometimes tossing biscuits is simply unavoidable, and if a light puke is the price for winning, Noah Gragson will take that every time. Cole Custer wins in Kentucky, and this burnout looks pretty cool right here, but it looks even cooler from the news chopper or the blimp or the Wonkavator. Whoever is filming this deserves a raise. He pulls into victory lane and hangs out while they get his beers ready, and that's how you know you've made it. When you're like, let me know when they're nice and frosty and I will appear. He does his classic Stone Cold celebration, and this has to be an outstanding feeling. What's not an outstanding feeling is him flying backwards like Stone Cold actually kicked him in the stomach. For a second it looks like he's gonna hold on, but post-race fatigue combined with freshly chugged hops is gonna send you onto your keister every time. But like a cat that just fell out of a tree, Custer bounces up and he's like, hey, what'd I miss? Celebrations are a part of racing and a part of life. When you accomplish something big, you deserve to let loose and do whatever you think the moment calls for. Sure, that may involve your car disintegrating on the infield or you falling ass backwards after chugging a beer, but at the end of the day, you are still a winner and nobody can take that away from you. Well, unless you get ripped apart by a jacked as hell lobster, but that's why you gotta keep your head on a swivel.